Now, before I get started through the various things that I've done here, the first thing I need to say is where the inspiration of this one come from. Just recently watched a live feed from Wayne the woodturner, and I suspect many of you already subscribed to Wayne. If you're not, then there will be a link down below and probably at the end of the video as well. Wayne lives across the border from me, just in Scotland, so he's about 30-40 minutes away, and I went to see him last year, and in actual fact this piece of wood was one of the pieces of wood he gave me when we did a bit of a swap. So this is actually quite apt as well, because on the live feed I watched, he did a bowl called the Cosmic Clouds, which really got me sort of like thinking about how I can do something like that. Now, this hasn't come out fully as I would like. This wasn't actually even my first attempt. The first paint job I did, which probably wasn't even shown in the video, I then just rubbed off and just resprayed the black, and then you see the video where I did this on the outside. Again, I wasn't overly happy with it. My daughter came into the shed and said, "Well, that's rubbish, isn't it?" And I just said, "There's the paints," and left it to her. So she did the inner bit. I'll rotate that around a bit, and hopefully you'll see. The good thing about these iridescent paints is that when you catch them, the light, and look at them in different angles as to the different effects you get. And I started off, I think, with the glue chuck on the back here. So I turned the front and I started realising, well, I've got this nice patch here. I don't really want to lose it. I'll keep that as the front. So that's why I then put a glue chuck on the front there to then turn out the back. I then took the back down to a depth for a little bit thicker than what I wanted for this surface, because obviously you've got to allow for the threads to come through and everything for the actual mechanism there. And I think I really took it down a little bit thin, because when I did turn it around eventually on the jaws, I realised that I'd got those cracks in here from the knot, which I've got to fill with epoxy, and I put some purple heart in there as well. And I was just being really careful not to take too much of the surface off. I wanted to get it as smooth as possible for this centre bit, because I knew that once I'd done the spraying and everything, I would then turn out the outside a little bit to drop it, because I wanted a clean cutaway. And that was the main reason I put the masking tape all around the edges there for when I sprayed the black, was just really more than anything to protect this area, because I knew that if I got black paint all on there, that there's no way I'm going to be able to get that out, because especially with oak, it's really open grain and deep grain that you get. If you get black paint in there, you've got to take quite a fair bit away before you actually then remove it all, which is why on the edge here I then just put a parting tool on the edge of this just to get it a little bit deeper. So an interesting project to do. As I say, I thought it was very apt that this is the piece of wood that Wayne gave me, and it was his inspiration to do this project. It's not fully cosmic as I wanted, in the view that like Wayne did on his bowl. Thanks a lot for watching.